Welcome to Captivity TV. I'm Natasha.
I'm Fitz.
We would like to start by saying rest in peace to Philando Castile and Alton Sterling, and condolences to their families and friends. And we all want justice for those two men and the many others who we've lost to the police brutality.
And at white people's hands, period.
Yes.
Like and I should say at our community hands, everybody
Right.
it's just overwhelming to anybody. R.I.P. to just everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But enough can be said about this senseless act of violence. It's disgusting. It's deja vu. Like, why? And like you would think that this will be done with. We talk about every February. We talk about how we've progressed and how much stuff has changed, but nothing has changed. It's a modern day lynching, and that's what it is. They do it with guns. They don't use ropes no more. They just they took off their sheets, KKK uniform, and they put on a police uniform and named themselves something else. But they still alphabet boys. I mean, they still using their numbers. You call them FBI. You call them all of that. Like they still using their letters and stuff. So, it's nothing has changed.
Yeah.
We like to think that it has, but no, it hasn't. The system is still set up for them.
It saddens me. It hits home with me because I'm a black male, and it's yes, we've had Center Plan, and of course black people as a whole, we need to stay united or get united and stand together. But I don't understand why they see us, speaking as a black male, as a threat. It's just like
it's honestly it's just once again it's genocide on our race. They know that without the black male that we can't create black children, and even killing. And that's why it's mass incarceration. If they don't get shot in the streets, they do their best to keep them in jail. If they're able to make it to a jail cell, they
make it to jail cell and get out alive. Shit.
Right. So it's just modern day genocide.
Yeah. I was watching Forrest Rock's video, and she was talking about Fidel case and how his girlfriend was videotaping, and the thing that made me like, and she kind of said the same thing, like what intrigued her and kind of like saddened her even more, is that it was a child there that watched this man get killed, murdered, die at the hands of somebody, at the hands of police, somebody that we know. You teach your kids to call 911 if it's an emergency. As kids, we are supposed to look at firefighters, cops. What are they? The people that are.
We're the only people who can't look at them for
doctors
in crisis.
Yeah, you're supposed to look at those people as a means to go to for help, and the fact that she had to sit there and witness that, 4 years old.
Yeah.
Witness that. That's going to change her life forever.
Like,
she will always.
She'd be hesitant to call the police because she sees what the police do to people of color.
Yeah, and then the fact she was keeping her, mom calm.
Melanin people, I should say.
That's it's very eerie, and it's very disturbing, and it's very, God used this situation, and I'm not trying to preach, but God used the situation so that people can wake up. Wake up. Like, it's like how calm she stayed, and the fact she was able to be she was able to be Facebooking live. Yeah. And the fact that live shit just is still like very new, it was just a nick of time. It was just a nick of time, and everything happens for a reason. God has order for things, and it's just time for us to just wake up and see what it is. See, they really see us as the enemy, and nothing. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm going to be Martin Luther King I don't. That's not in me to be that way. But even if it
I'm more of a
means
Malcolm X.
okay, and if it means just standing up and knowing my own self worth more, just from seeing that, that's what I'm gonna do. Or even empowering my friends that are the same color as me or colored. Period. That's what I'm gonna do because it's time for us to take back and hold our head higher and don't allow this to make us feel like slaves. It's time for us to just be superior and let's get our
Know our
black power
power.
back. Like
Know our power. Know
yes.
our worth. That's why when they have these blackouts, they think they're trying to have one for July. I will have to get the dates in the next video. I'll plug it, but they want to have blackout. But I know it's one that they want for September, where we don't purchase anything. We don't use any of their. We don't spend our dollars at their corporations. So they could really, we could hit them where it hurt, and that's what all they care about is money, and their power. And if we show them that they don't have the power, we do, they'll really see, oh, we need them more than they need us. And that's what it is. They're parasites. They are parasites. Parasites need a host. And we are entertaining their asses by, participating in their system. The system was not created for us, so why are we participating in it? We need to separate ourselves. A mutual friend of ours posted something on Facebook that his auntie had posted, and she had pretty much said if each black person put up $1 a month, that by the end of the year we will be able, because it's 38 million African Americans in this country, $1 a year, a month. By the end of the year, that's like 38. She gave the numbers and broke it down, and she pretty much said we could start our own government and we wouldn't have to rely on theirs, and we could govern our own cities and our own communities and everything. And I'm like, can we get this out there and make this a thing? Because I would love that. Like, although I know in our history, last time we were functioning, they burned it down. But that shows you their hate. They hate for us, but let's do it today. Like, why not? Like, we could really make that happen. Like, we need to show them that we're not going to participate in their system anymore. Like, it's not
very much so, because I'm not for, like you said, Malcolm X. Get that, noted it, got it. But I'm not so much. I don't believe in violence with violence. I don't think that we need to do that. I do think that we need to just. Since I don't really even know what to fucking do. Like, that's just what I really don't know. Like, it's like because not every white person is evil. I don't want, and that's not what I'm trying. I don't feel like every white person is evil. I don't believe that. I do think that they have
a good amount of them are.
A lot amount of them, and I do think that their ancestors, which is still tied to them in a way.
No, they are tied. If my ancestors are tied to me,
I'm gonna say the same way I feel my ancestors.
They are tied to theirs.
Their
you could try to,
but I do think that
you can't exist without your ancestors. Of course, they're tied to them.
I still think that there are still some that are good people at heart. I can't generalize and make everybody fit in the same pot. So I do think that those ones we can unite with. I don't feel like we need to just completely separate ourselves as people. But I do think, like you said, we do need to start, at least have black days, or blackout days, and start people really start participating in that, and maybe not use their resources on that day, so that, like you said, hit them where it hurt, so that they can see that, because let's be honest, usually major corporations, people that are like the big dogs in the major corporations are racist. Like, they really don't want, a lot of them will come out and say they don't want black people using their products, but we are the ones that actually buy it and, do all this shit and actually make them the main money that they have. So I do agree with that we should have a blackout day and days.
For sure should.
To where we do hit them where it hurts. Now, proof is like the girl you showed me, Savannah. She did a poem and just pretty much just said like, you know, white people, and she's a white woman. She said that she knows that white people need to take accountability for what has happened. And that's so very true. And that's all I want. That's all I want. I think it would be much better. We can be united. We can all coexist without this racism shit if white people would just say sorry and acknowledge what they've done, what their ancestors have done. You know?
And what they continue to let go on if they're not acknowledging their privilege,
right.
Then they are saying that racism is okay, the system is okay,
right.
The way that things are is fine.
Right. And it doesn't have to be, I'm not saying you gotta fucking be like, a white person doesn't have to be, you know, trying to be black or something like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, like, when you do see, like, reports on CNN to where they call a black guy a thug, but then the white guy goes out and do the same thing and they say he's misunderstood. Stand up and fucking say that that's wrong. Act like you see what they're doing. That would be the first, I think that would be the main fucking thing. That would fucking kill all this shit. Because media is like, really, media is the fucking brain of this world. If white people would just acknowledge that right there, like stuff, shit like that in the media, it would change. Things would change. It would start taking a change. Because, like you said, conception, we see things from TV.
Speaking.
You know, that's part of our everyday life. And watching TV, it start becoming a part of you. So if they stop calling us thugs and ghetto and unruly, you know, and gangsters, it would change people's perceptions of black people. You know, I just think that that's the main problem. I really do. I really do.
Definitely, because they make it a point to demonize a black person when they do something wrong. But then a white person go shoot up a church of black people, and he could walk out with a bulletproof vest on. I mean, you're trying to save this man's life after he murdered some people, but you can kill somebody who wasn't even a threat, didn't even take anybody's life, was not armed when the person was shot, and
yeah, I don't understand.
And even if he wasn't pointing it at you. He wasn't a threat to you when you decided to pull your trigger, even touch your gun. Like, it's ridiculous. But it goes on to say, like you said, you brought up the media. This Dallas shooting, I'm sorry, it's fake. I just don't believe that is real. I don't believe that officers were killed. Like, I believe that it's a story to distract you from
the bigger
the
picture.
Sterling and Casta. Oh, you said his name wrong, but it's a distraction from their lives and the corrupt system. They don't want to take responsibility for their racism, so they make up this fabricated story that some officers were shot. Now you see that their names are on the back burner, but we still gonna say their names because
they matter.
They matter. Black lives matter.
They matter. Period. And you brought up the officer shooting, and I do, you know, I do think it's I RIP to them. Like it's a weird situation that it happened so close near and so right after. I do understand that people were mad, but usually people riot. But if you know that happened, RIP to the cops because they don't deserve to just be or just killed just because they're cops.
A man literally was on CNN and said some of the actors, like he said I don't know how many actors were like. Who's acting? Like, who's acting? Why do you need actors in a crisis?
Yeah.
Why were you guys casting actors on Craigslist for starting on the 4th of July in the Dallas area? For what?
Yeah, that's
like that.
that's
like
so crazy.
It's no reason.
No.
Where's that? I have to show you because I guess.
I mean, I'm the kind of person, I don't want to. I mean, I do believe crazy shit goes on. Shit, my ass believe in fucking mermaids and shit and aliens and shit. So
Yeah.
I do believe that that things happen. People do things to get a reaction out of people. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't think that happens. And I do think that the government, all that shit's kind of corrupt. But I don't want to take away from if people's lives were really lost. I don't want to take away from that because I would be mad if that was me or shit. I wouldn't know because I'd be dead. But I would be mad if that was my father, mother, or whoever. But RP to all the cops. Is that's fucked up and sad. But a change has to come because we're tired, man.
And then I don't like how they tried to assume that it was us who did it, and they like.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw that
Like,
somebody's brother
just jump to that's another sign of your racist system. It's like as soon as something like that happens, it's automatically a black person because
you're not fucking wrong.
Y'all fucked up.
They know they're wrong.
Y'all
exactly. And they feel like at the end of the day they feel like they deserved it because that's what they say. A hurt dog will holler, and that's all that is. But that's not saying that's not right. Cops, that's fucked up. That's RIP to them. But you're not going to take my distraction off of two black men being killed by somebody they're supposed to be able to trust for no fucking reason. You're not going to take my distraction off of that. Cops, RIP, I'm so sorry. That sucks and that's just sad and everything. But you're not going to distract me from the stories that broke first.
Excuse me.
And from the people that look like me. I'm sorry. I can't. It's sad as fuck, and it just a change has to come because I feel like it's only gonna get worse before it gets better. And I mean on both sides. I don't just mean the cops killing us. I mean either way it's gonna go. It's only gonna get worse. And we have to do something as a people. And that means black, white, blue, green, yellow. We gotta do something as a people. As Americans to get this shit together because it's not gonna get better before it. I mean it's not it needs to get better. It's not gonna get better with just being quiet or just hoping and praying. We need some action to happen, and it really does. Sorry guys,
but I feel like part of how we are going to rise above this is spiritually, and I feel that for some of you. For some of you who might be conscious, a conscious person might come across this video. I fall away from it, but decalcifying your pineal gland is a definite way to be more aware and alert. Eating healthy, meditating daily, at least 20 minutes a day. Definitely getting out into nature, getting back to nature, but raise your vibrations, raise your consciousness by cleansing your temple of toxins and everything. That's another way you get in touch with your melanin and know thyself, know where you came from.
One with yourself,
get to know yourself, know your purpose, know why you're here. Just get into you. That's the best way to get back at them and start loving yourself. Loving yourself is the best way to wake up. And when I say self, that means going back to your ancestry, knowing what you came from. Like they teach us in school that they brought us to America. No, we're indigenous. We're Aboriginal people. We were on this land before they got here. And they stole our land. They brought their diseases, all of that. And that started the genocide. They also brought their guns and raping and just destruction. That's their nature. And the fact that they don't want to acknowledge their history and their nature of destruction and division and just this hateful negativity is part of why we can't move forward. Like, They don't want to acknowledge who they truly are. But we don't have to force them to. We can just get into who we are and know who we are. You see all around the world, it's literally written in stone who we are. With the, not just Kemet, aka Egypt, not even just that. We have all around the world artifacts and everything in place. Like, you see that we are the original people. So just knowing that, get into your history. Just start reading. Go find out like who you are, because that is gonna help you to open your eyes and see. Decalcify your pineal gland. Period. Detoxify your body. I'm getting back into it because I know what's right. Like, I have to. Less TV. Like, that's part of your indoctrination. Try to shop local when eating produce. Like, I want my people to wake up. If I reach just one, I'm happy with it. So if you hear me, I want better for you. I want you to be. I want you to vibrate higher and elevate, because that's part of how we gon' overcome is knowing thyself and being in tune with yourself and knowing who you are and your purpose on this earth. We are multi-dimensional people, and human, spiritual people in flesh, just having a human experience. But we're not bound to this earth. We're more, when we detoxify and try to reach a higher consciousness than this, we're more than just this flesh. But I hope that somebody, hears me and wakes up and wants to do better and be better, because I know I do. I don't want to see us just go down like this. We are much more MOOR, like.
Well said, sis. Well fucking said. I ain't mad. And I definitely agree with you. I agree with the fact that we do need to become more attached to our history and to our...
And detached from their system.
Yeah, and it's just... And I think that will help as well. I think that will help us wake the fuck up. Some people that need to see, like bitches like Stacey Dash. I'm sorry, I'm cussing right after your powerful
say do you
speech there, but I just like bitches like Stacey Dash and bitches like Wendy Williams, shit like that. That shit.
They're part of the distraction.
Makes me crawl. Exactly, makes
They're
my
part
skin
of the
crawl.
Distraction, and I'm learning that. Like,
yeah.
I've been told this, but I wasn't taking heed. But I realized, like, if it's any time, the time is your present, because that's all the time you have is right now. So
yeah, that's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot. They better distract us, because if they don't, motherfuckers gonna keep waking up and gonna keep. I think this situation
but don't
that
fall
just happened.
Into it. Don't be distracted.
It's gonna. I think it's gonna wake everybody. I think everybody is just like
less TV, more you.
The fuck, I think everybody's very, very getting awoken, just based off of the fact that we had less than 48 hours. We had 2 innocent lives taken.
Right off the heels of Jesse Williams' speech.
I didn't think about it like that. Right. Yeah, and that's... I didn't think about it like that. So, I don't have much to say, because I feel like now I'm just rambling and...
Oh, I have plenty more to say.
Okay, go ahead. No,
I don't want to go crazy. But,
no, express how you
I've seen a hashtag. I hate that I'm, like, giving this, but I just want you white people out there to know, if you truly do care, don't feed into this hashtag, cut for Black Lives. And they're cutting themselves with razors and knives and stuff, talking about...
Don't do that shit.
Yeah,
that's
like that. Yeah, like that's another distraction.
Yeah.
Y'all making it about yourselves.
Yeah, don't do that.
You're just it's honestly, to me, it's a mockery of Black Lives Matter. You're pretty much making it about yourself, saying that you don't give a fuck about changing the system of white supremacy. You're pretty much slapping us in the face, saying, "Fuck your life. We're going to make this about us, and we're going to cut ourselves."
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt like, you're just making it about yourself. The best thing you can do is call your cousins and your aunties and your sisters and your brothers and your mothers and your fathers out on their racist statements or insensitive actions
and your local media
words,
too.
your local media. Stop coming to black people telling them how to feel in the comments and section and stuff, and try to find some compassion and sympathy to why they feel enraged about what's going on. Like, try to empathize with them. Try to see how we would feel if this was how. And that's the thing. You guys, even in your movies and stuff, you make sure you have a mainly white cast. So when you only see yourself in movies and stuff, you only gonna sympathize with yourself. If you watch more, like I know that that's fake, but even still, they still bringing up human emotion because like these people are really, they're really crying and they making you feel it. So when you're only watching a majority of white people on television, you're only going to sympathize with that. Like, I just feel like, even though and that's another reason why I say, as a black people, we need to cut out TV, because the majority of people on TV is white. We're feeding into their indoctrination that they're better than us, and they're not. They're absolutely not. And so it's deep. Like, you have to go find for yourself, but I hope I have opened your eyes to something that you go look and go find and discover things for yourself, because we're all individuals, all on different paths. We all have a story to tell. We all are geniuses. Every single person has a genius, and we need to wake up and tap into that genius. And that's why I say decalcify your pineal gland, detox your body, and get in tune with yourself. That's what meditation. And that's not to exclude prayer, because you can pray too, but meditate, because meditation is not you just talking, it's you listening. You're listening to yourself, and you're listening to the spirit world. But you're also getting connected to your ancestors. You can go back. Like, when you get into it, you'll start to see and you'll start to know. And knowing is better than believing, because to have beliefs is to want to be lied to and everything. Knowing, knowledge, we're in the age of knowledge. Knowledge is where we want to be in the know. Believing, it literally has the word lie in it. So getting to know thyself. Like, that's the age we're in. To not see and want to know what's going on is, like, in the age of information, if ignorance is a choice.
We have a damn computer in our back pocket.
Like, right, you walk around with a computer in your pocket. You can always research. You can always know, like, what's going on. You can always, and you don't have to depend on mass media, because mass media is deception. It forces
a way of thought.
A way of thought. You can create your own thoughts and everything. And once again, I'll say less TV and more you. But
so
I'll try to touch. I'm sorry.
No,
I'll try to touch on more stuff every episode from now on, so y'all can, I just don't want people walking around asleep. Open that third eye, heal your chakras, like, wake up, because the time is really now. That's just how.
I want to end this episode asking you, why do Black Lives matter to you? Like, why should we stand by Black Lives Matter?
Because, and I'm not about to get into that, but Black Lives Matter because we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. No individual on earth can exist without a black life.
I like that. And for me, Black Lives Matter because we are superior. Kind of almost what you said. We are the It's like we are.
Our melanin says that.
We are. Sorry. We're very, very strong. We are very, very. Everybody wants to take from us. Every culture wants to take something from us. So we possess something that everybody wants. So that's why, to me, Black Lives Matter, because we are fucking
connected to those roots.
Magical.
But you can't just be connected to the culture without accepting the people. I mean, you can, but that's ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alrighty, guys, we gonna get out of here. Thanks
Love
for
you.
watching. Yeah, we do love you guys, and thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and we really want comments. Like, we really want people to comment.
We want more people watching, so we really want you to share it.
So share
Get
it,
it out there.
Yeah.
Subscribe, everything. Like, we want y'all. We want to hear
Back from you guys.
everyone.
Yeah.
Even you. I can't
I know
believe
you
I'm
about to
saying
say
it.
it, but
Even you closed-minded, bigot, racist people.
I want to
Put it there.
Yeah, come on.
Bring it on.
We want to have a communication.
And I challenge you to
that's
change.
That's the first step. A way of changing in this situation, I think, is to communicate.
It all starts with self.
Have understanding. Yeah, and stay respectful though. And then also follow us on Twitter, which is
Captivity TV.
Yep. And we're out of here, guys. All right. Bye.